So we had all these saleable properties, but what we didn't want is lose them all amongst all the properties in the marketplace, because there's 80% of the property isn't going to sell. There's going to be people looking on Rightmove, and one property could be listed at least 5 times on that property portal. What we want is to distinguish our property from everything else on there. So what we've done is labelled this up to help it for our distribution channel to sell by making it different to all the rest. And what we've moved forward to, and this is something where, is by using this multi-channel strategy. So we've got our established residential estate agents that we work with day in, day out, and we're looking for people to work with all the time in terms of valuing and selling property. It's our lifeblood, it's everyone's lifeblood. We've now got an online initiative which basically, I'll talk through in a few minutes, but it gives us the opportunity to work with people. I mean, has anyone used Facebook to start promoting property through? Facebook is one of the biggest sites out there, or social networking sites out there. People below the age of 35, people younger than me, tend to be using it day in, day out to collect their pictures, to communicate between each other. And certain people on our team are starting to test ideas through Facebook, and the reason we're doing that is because we've got a young audience there. The young demographics are coming through that and finding out what's, finding out, instead of thinking, I can't afford a property, I haven't got a deposit, we're suddenly coming up with ideas of, you could buy this property because of this, this and this. And it's informing them in sort of slightly offbeat, but it's informing them of what's available to them as first-time buyers. Because there are first-time buyers in rented accommodation now, all sitting there. And I'll just tell you a quick story about one person who was turned from a tenant into a first-time buyer recently. And this is a guy called Stuart who works with us in our marketing team. He didn't think he was going to buy a house for another year or two. He thought he couldn't afford the deposit. He was saving for a deposit with his girlfriend, and also he thought it was quite expensive with the stamp duty and all the rest of it that went with it. He also thought, well, property prices are falling, so I'll wait till I can get a bargain. And you must have talked to quite a few people like that. What we managed to do what he managed to see through Whitehall Property was not only could he get good value because these vendors were motivated and they were working far lower than the rest of the marketplace, or working on a realistic price compared to the rest of the marketplace, but also that he would have 5% paid towards the deposit. Provided he could match that 5%, they'd pay the 5% towards his deposit. They'd also pay something towards his stamp duty, which was unheard of. Now, fortunately, he had a small deposit saved up, and he made the decision there and then. He just said, well, this is too good to be true. I've got this property, is exactly where I want it. Why would I want to wait another year before I buy? I'm going to rent for that period of time. I may as well pay my rent out in mortgage. And he's moved. So it does work. This kind of making sure people are aware of the proposition does work in all markets. We're building an affiliate program. What we're trying to do with White Hot is, and again, this can work for you guys in your own regions. What I'm trying to make you aware of here is use this with your own brand. Don't just use it with White Hot or whatever. But there is an affiliate program we've got. We basically encourage and incentivize people to provide us with buyers at the end of the day. We're looking for good quality buyers. We provide them with those incentives.